I would advise her, my younger self, to schedule everything that matters. Promise. It sounds so simple, no? Parang ano ba yan? Ang simple naman ng advice ni Adrian sa younger self niya. But for me, at this age, it's a game changer. If we can just, parang we will just rely everything in our head and wala sa calendar. Yun nga. Like, yung sinabi ko kanina, it's not gonna happen. If it's not in the calendar, it's not on my calendar, it's not gonna happen. So, ngayon, I schedule everything. Like my work, my family time, exercise. I'm learning how to play tennis. And learning something new. Nagte-tennis na ako. But it doesn't mean, Shodan and Dennis, that I'm planning out every tiny task. Yung parang nitty-gritty, hindi naman ganon, no? That doesn't work for me. It might work for someone, but it doesn't work for me. Ang importante sa akin is ensuring that all the big things that matter, they get the time that they deserve.
Welcome back to the Digital Transformation Academy podcast. I'm your host, Dennis, and this is Dennis. Pero para walang gulo, I'm Shoden and he is Dennis.
Yes.
So this is the Dennis and Den Show. Shoden Show.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so today we have a guest. Hindi lang kami uli yung magsasalita, and we are so happy to have a person who is an active, parang ano siya, she's a GM of a financial wellness company that provides earned wage access or EWA services. So yung mga yung EWA, for those who don't know, this allows employees to access their wages before payday. O, di ba? Okay yun, di ba?
Correct. Oh.
So ang pangalan ng company is PayActive, and they actually also offer a Visa card, financial tools, and discount. And hindi lang yun to kayo.
Ano pa?
So, yung ginagawa niya kasi, yung guest natin talaga, she helps global brands, startups, and SMEs grow their businesses. So, hindi lang pala siya for employees, pero siya mismo, yung guest natin, she or her company helps in developing and executing effective business strategies, expanding into new markets, and building and managing high-performing teams. Big time tong guest natin, Tokayo. Would you do the honor of introducing our guest, Tokayo?
Yes. So this, our guest is a long-time friend and a business partner. No, on top of what she does now, is meron din siyang mga couple of things that businesses na ginagawa. No? So, without further ado, let me introduce Adrian Zapanta. Yes. Hi, Adrian.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be back with you today. It's really a privilege to be here again. Salamat, mga sirs.
Yes.
And
o nga pala, this is the second time.
Yeah, this is the second time.
Oh.
Yung first time, way back 2-3 years ago.
Nag-podcast na rin kayo?
Podcast. But more on about the topics about sales.
Yeah.
Yan.
Oh, the best din yun eh.
Correct. So this time, we're gonna talk about productivity kasi we're doing productivity series. Siguro as a start, ma'am, siguro a brief background lang of yourself, your profile. Probably a short history then of your career, no?
Sige, sir. So currently, thank you so much for that lovely intro show. Then amazing. PayActive looks so nice. Thank you so much. And that's what we do, actually.
Yes.
Very, very nice entity. And right now, I'm handling the Philippine business of PayActive. As you've mentioned, PayActive is a fintech and is also an HR tech company. We enable employees to access their earned but not yet paid salary. So I'm sure you know everything right now is on demand. No, we can order food on the you can get a car from GrabCar on demand lahat. Sadly, sahod na lang natin ng hindi online.
Minsan delayed pa, no?
On delay siya eh.
Right? So, yung technology namin is pay on demand. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We focus on employee benefits, specifically the term earned wage access. It's not a very familiar term in the Philippines, but we're slowly introducing this in the market. But it's a very, very simple concept. Yun nga, the earned wages can be instantly accessed with the press of the button using our app. They don't
Wow.
Mm.
Yung gusto
to
ko pag
wait.
pindot may pera na kagad.
Yes. So,
Oh, di ba? Hindi ka na maghintay ng payday.
right,
No
right.
waiting time.
So, do I understand it correctly ba, Adrian, that
Mm.
when you're working,
Mhm.
kumbaga, kahit hindi pa siya dun sa actual cut-off, diba, like most companies do, you can actually get your pay na dun
Yeah.
hanggang dun sa winork mo. Pero kung yung hindi mo pa winork, hindi siya parang cash advance na to, ano?
Hindi, hindi. Yeah.
Hindi siya ganun.
Exactly. So for example, yesterday nag-work ka. Today you can access the earned wages that you've already worked for yesterday. So yung tinrabaho mo naman today, you can already use that or access that by
Okay, yun to kayo, ah.
Mm.
diba? So amazing technology, and I'm sure a lot of Filipinos will really benefit from this benefit, right?
Right, right.
But unfortunately, kasi right now we're facing some regulatory challenges. Maraming
Palagi naman.
pagbabago. So, but so we're still hoping that we will launch this very, very soon in the Philippines. But at the moment, I am currently helping the team to expand in other regions like Australia, also Pakistan, and Canada. So very, very busy, struggling, and handling a lot of projects in my plate right now. But happy kasi this is something very fulfilling for me. Alam ni Dennis yan, I'm very, very passionate about financial literacy,
Yeah.
financial flexibility. That's what I love to do.
Kaya
And
pala to kayo, perfect yung guest natin tonight to talk about productivity kasi
Oo naman.
she
Yeah.
has a lot of things on her plate
Correct, correct. Oo.
and yet andito siya sa show natin.
Oo nga.
Di ba?
Panggabi.
it's a privilege actually. So thank you so much. I hope we will provide some valuable insights to the listeners after this podcast.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and before PayActive actually, kami ni Dennis were already partners. We have MegaPay.
Mm.
It's an amazing tool. That's our baby. That's our
Mm-mm,
baby.
mm-mm.
7-8 years ago, we provided this tool for existing and aspiring entrepreneurs. So if they want to start their loading or like payment center business, they can just download the app and get started right away. So yung mga experience na yon, Shodan and Dennis in the fintech and payment space, that led me to handling different expansions for PayActive. And I'm really happy to help a lot of employees to have this kind of benefit.
Right,
And
right.
of course, on top of that, I'm a mom of 3.
Yun. Oo.
Doon pa lang, grabe na yung...
And they are all homeschooled, by the
Oh
way.
my God.
Homeschool.
Yung pala.
Mm-mm.
So plus pa yun.
Yeah. So, but the homeschool part is very, very manageable because the kids at a very young age they were able to develop this self-learning and self-study habits.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
That's why hindi siya ganun kahirap to manage. It just need to be on top of everything to know that they are doing their task for the day and we are scheduled, everything like that. Yung ganyan.
Right, right. Alright, so I'm just curious, no, dahil nga there's a lot on your plate.
Grabe nga
Sobrang busy
nakabilib eh.
mo, meron ka pang mga kids. Can you walk us through, a typical day, in your life, and tini-structure mo ba yung oras mo from start to finish? How does it look like, for you?
Okay, that's a very nice question, sir. But I think what works for me is I plan the night before.
Okay.
So I make sure to map out, especially the top priorities,
Right.
whether it's personal or work.
Okay.
And
So combined na siya, personal and work.
personal and work. And for me, talagang if it's not in the calendar, it's not gonna happen. Alam mo yun? Kasi
Oh,
minsan
okay.
it's just here on your head.
Right, right.
Personally, our mind is against us. Lagi nating nalilimutan yung mga bagay-bagay. So it really helps if we put it in the calendar. And when we do evening prep, we make a to-do list and with our top priorities. When we wake up, we have a clear plan of action and we don't waste our time deciding, ano bang gagawin ko today? Deciding what to do, right? And it helps us to have a purpose for that day.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. So that's what I do. I plan the night before. And then second, I focus on high impact task, yung mga talagang super important. I'm not sure if you heard the approach, eat the frog.
Yeah.
Actually, di ako familiar sa eat the frog.
Yung frog, pre, yung...
Paano ba yan?
Hindi, ano siya, pre, yung framework siya na... Nasa book yun. Ano yun, di ba?
Hello?
Hello? Narinig daw?
Ayan, nawala ako.
Nawala.
Sorry,
Hindi naman, tuloy-tuloy naman. Oh.
Ano
okay,
siya,
okay.
yung pinakamahirap na task, yun na kagad yung unahin mo. Kasi frog yung parang, di ba, icky siya.
Correct.
Parang mahirap siya. Parang, if you do the easiest tasks daw, pag pinapaliban mo yung mga important pero medyo mahirap na minsan you're not comfortable doing. That's not the best approach. This one, it teaches na unahin mo yung hardest thing.
I see. Okay.
That's right. So, whether it's big decision or complex work, yun muna yung inuuna ko actually. That works for me kasi I'm still fresh eh. You have your 100% focus.
Right.
You're in a good mood to do really the hard.
Ano example ng hard task for you?
Like a lot of decision making. No.
Okay.
Right now with the expansion in different countries, there's so many things that I need to decide, and I need like the inputs from my team, collaboration and things like that we need to really decide. It's a deal breaker. For example, sinong bank ang dapat naming partner for this for this region? Or anong klaseng approach in terms of technology? And when are we gonna launch this type of feature?
Daming desisyon, no?
Very
Parang bigat nga masyad lahat nun.
Pero may narinig ako na you can only have like, you should put a limit in a day in terms of things that you need to decide on for you to be efficient.
Kaso lang si Adrian, mataas yung limit niya.
Oh, yeah.
Mataas, di ba?
That's why...
Ano yung maximum mo where like, you know na, okay, na-deplete na yung parang energy ko for making these huge decisions. Like, what does it look like for you as a GM of a expanding na company?
Yeah, for me, I think, hindi naman siya in terms of the number of limits, but I make sure that everything is there. Lahat ng mga kailangan ko to make decision or the work that I need to do is there. And I can make a decision because of that. And considering all the inputs from my team, then I can make decision. Pag kulang pa kasi yung data or information, I don't think you can make a very sound decision out of that. So, but yeah, I try to really focus on high impact task muna to begin my day para it's gonna be easier all throughout the day. Right? Nauna mo na yung pinakamahirap na task eh.
But yeah, speaking of decision process, what's your decision process like? What do you do? Kasi maraming variables kang kino-consider dyan. Is there some kind of like a framework in your decision process?
Oh, like for example, very, very concrete na example, like your decision to go with a bank that is contingent on not just your decision making or your research. That's probably a lot of data points.
That's right.
How do you
Ang hirap.
reference?
ang hirap actually, ang hirap. But at the end of the day, it's team effort. And we consult a lot of experts in making that decision. So I'm not the sole decision making for the big decisions in the entity. Usually we have a team who will consolidate all these data points and who will, present the pros and cons in making this decision. And at the end of the day, we make this consensuous decision. Okay, ito yung pinaka-feasible
Mhm.
for the company that will work and will give a lot, I mean, more benefit for the company.
Yeah.
May follow-up ako doon to kayo.
Sige.
Kasi 'di ba, there's a lot of moving parts, so you can see some of them are not yet finished, some of them are still starting, some of them are almost done. Are you guys using any specific productivity tools or apps that you know works for your fintech business at least? Kasi 'di ba, yung mga sikat ngayon yung ClickUp, nandyan sila, Asana, merong Monday.com.
Jira, yan.
Si
Trello.
Jira. Trello din. Is there something that you prefer using? Like, can you explain some of the nuances bakit gusto mo yung tool na yun?
Sige. So, sa PayActive, we use Jira. Everything is there. But personally, I use Notion, Google Calendar, and Trello. Trello pa rin is my favorite. O, diba, sir?
Kasi
Sir Dennis
fancy.
introduced me sa Trello. It's so easy.
Yeah. Which is owned by Jira, by the way, no? Atlassian.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Acquired by Atlassian, yeah.
Yeah, si Trello. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Notion I love Notion ngayon because it's like my central knowledge base. Everything is there, whether it's tasks, my meeting notes, documents, everything. My
You
project.
can customize it kasi, di ba? According to your framework and your perception per perspective, di ba?
Yeah, lahat nandun, no? So, I appreciate Notion kasi everything is well structured, nandun lahat. And it makes me customize everything that I need to do for the day. So whether it's personal or for work, nandun na lahat. Mga links, my calendar, my notes, my goals, my bucket list, everything is there.
Na-interesado ako sa bucket list mo.
So parang nakahiwa-hiwalay pa rin ng konti, no? Pero yung Notion ba yung central operating system mo?
Yeah. For me, personally, everything is there. It's like my centralized
Lahat ng mga magagaling mag-organize Notion, ano?
Parang nga. Yeah.
Magaling mag-organize.
I used Notion before, to be honest. But ang naging challenge ko sa Notion before is yung kanilang mobile version eh. Parang hindi siya masyadong responsive. No?
Dati.
I'm not sure now if okay na. No?
I think it's getting better.
Okay.
Better na yung interface nila in terms of mobile. I think it's mobile responsive now kasi mas maganda na yung very intuitive na yung user experience niya, very nice na also. And as a company also, we're using Google Calendar. Syempre lahat, everything is there. And then Trello, syempre. Since I handle a lot of projects, it's my go-to project management tool. It helps me to stay on top of different tasks across all projects. Ang dali niya kasing tingnan dahil dun sa mga boards and lists.
Kanban,
and diba? Kanban lang. Kaya it's very, very effective for me to
Dapat
track.
kapitan na natin itong mga to. Oo, kasi free marketing sa kanila to. Ano?
Trello, guys, if you're listening to this podcast, baka naman.
Mag-link nga dyan ng affiliate.
Grabe, no?
Pero again, going back lang dun sa, you do your planning at night, ano? So, meaning you're using, you're managing the plans using Trello and calendar, no?
Correct.
So, Jira naman pagdating sa work side.
Correct.
Okay, got it. And then from there, beginning of the day, you just look at those things and then you just execute. Ano?
That's right. Tama, sir.
Oo.
Galing. Magkaibigan talaga kayo, ah.
But I think for entrepreneurs and also for the freelancer, it's great to have a plan, right? But I think what works also is to allow some flexibility in schedule. Kasi sometimes hindi natin ma-expect, there are so many opportunities and also challenges actually that will not go often as planned. So allow some, flexibility in your schedule. And also important for me is taking breaks right now. Definitely kahit na very short breaks, it will help you to recharge after that, hyper focus work. Kailangan Kailangan
What do you do pag may mga ganong distractions, no? Or somehow things that bigla na lang dumadating nang wala naman sa plano, no? What's your process like? Maraming ganon actually, di ba?
Oh.
So for my process for distraction, this is super weird. I recently read and watched Mel Robbins. Meron siyang bagong
Yung 3, 2, 1? Or hindi?
Yes,
5, 4,
do you
3, 2,
do that
1.
too?
Oo.
Yeah, right.
May bago siyang book now eh. What's this?
Yung Let Them.
Let Them, yeah.
Let them. I also like that. Taking things face value.
Parang
Don't
kabarkada
over.
yata tayo sa ibang high school, bro.
Actually, halfway na ako dun sa libro na yun eh. Binili ko
Where?
siya. Oo.
Wow.
Oh, bagong labas
How was
nga
it,
yun.
by the way?
Okay naman. Actually, at that time, meron akong parang somehow relevant story ni Mel Robbins at that time. So, timing na timing.
Talaga?
And I was reading it.
When you say relevant, yung ba yung story ng tatay niya or iba pa?
No, it's story nung, well, in general kasi, the idea is like, sometimes we are controlled by our emotions towards people. So the idea there is that kasi we don't let them do the things that even you don't like it, just let them do it. Parang ganon. That's the idea, no?
Sige nga bro, na-excite na ako para mabasa yan.
Yeah.
May follow-up question pala ako para kay Adrian dun sa yung distractions kasi this is a huge topic. Actually, in and of itself, there's been a lot of books written about it. Kahit si Nir Eyal, he wrote the book Indistractable. Maraming ganyan. Around focus, kasi ako din I am admittedly parang may pagka-ADHD ako. So, nag-gravitate ako how to fix or how to avoid or mitigate distractions. Ikaw, Adrian, how do you balance? Sabi mo nga, di ba, you take breaks, di ba? Which is important. Pero how do you balance your productivity with rest? Like, is there like may set point ka ba na okay, for every 2 hours I work, I rest for 30? Or what's your style? What's your
process?
Yeah, thanks for that. Ngayon, what works for me, Shoden, is the Pomodoro technique. That really works. Kasi talagang there's so many distractions. And I think working for 2 hours is hindi siya really productive. I think there will be a lot of distractions for
2 hours straight.
2 hours na work, no? So I hyper focus for 25 minutes. That works for me.
Kaya
And then-
pala nagre-reply ka sa akin every 25 minutes. Now I know.
O kasi yung Pomodoro, pre, ano yun 25 minutes siya, tapos
Yes,
25-10, 25-15, parang
Yeah,
ganun.
I do that,
Something like
and
that.
that works so well for me. Kasi parang short sprints lang siya eh. So if
Correct.
hindi ko matapos yung isang task, after 5 minutes na nakapag-break na ako, I go back to 25 minutes again and then finish. So that works for me kasi nare-recharge ako and nagkakaroon ako ulit ng time to no.
Correct.
And yun nga yung na-mention ko kanina, the 5-second rule.
Ayun, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So
Ginawa ko yun sa anak ko actually.
Oh.
Pag
how was it?
natutulog
How was
siya,
it? Did it work?
ewan ko parang pinoprogram ko na siya eh. Ano yan? It's time to wake up. 5.
Ako actually, meron akong tattoo niyan 5 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, so every time na nagpo-procrastinate ako, that's the idea. Kaya ako nagpalagay.
Patatunga ako bro para ano.
Kailan
Ayun nga,
mo to
nakasulat niya oh.
So, pag nagpo-procrastinate ako, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Makagawa
Right,
ka.
exactly.
Marami ako natutunan dito. Ako ata yung
Diba?
nag-benefit dito ng pinakamalaki.
That's so effective kasi parang you're launching yourself to the world and happily right now. So far, that helps me not to get distracted. So if I catch myself, okay, doom scrolling, okay, go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then boom. Yung, I don't know, but there's like, I think there's a scientific study about it that when you do that, yung countdown na yun, it helps you to
Oo, maraming ano
get started, no?
Grabe nga parang based on the book lang ni Mel. Di ba first na
Oh,
kay Mel.
friends.
Sabi, di ba kasi she used to be a lawyer, di ba? Parang yun yung profession niya before. Tapos, when she first heard of it, napaka-absurd. Kasi
Yeah.
parang 5-second rule yung mga bata lang yung dati ang nahuhulog ng
no?
mga pagkain, di ba? So, pero grabe nga daw yung impact. Like, as far as I remember, like it changes the wiring of your brain
Exactly.
to just move. Kasi it stops you from your natural parang inclination to second guess yourself. Di ba? Kasi yung brain natin is designed to protect us from harm. Palagi yan nag-iisip ng way why you should not do things. Kaya yun yung nagustuhan ko dun sa book na yun. Like one of my biggest takeaways. Kaya sulit.
Have you read the book already?
Yung 5 seconds, 5-4, yeah. One of, naano nga ako dun na actually naiyak ako dun sa yung surgery ng tatay niya.
Okay.
Parang akong tanga dun sa sa part na yun kasi nandun ako sa MRT tapos nakasabit ako sa tapos
Naiyak ka?
kasi hindi parang medyo matindi kasi yung experience ng emotions niya kasi hindi niya alam kung babalik pa yung dad niya. Pero routine naman din yung surgery sort of, but nasa 70s na ata yung dad niya ng time na yun. So medyo or even more advanced than 70. Kaya medyo hindi niya alam paano yung walang mag-work ng mga 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 dun wala. That's your yung parang ganun. So yun, kanina rin something else caught my attention kasi nga, di ba, we're talking about how she balances her productivity with rest. Ito naman, because we know that she is passionate about social entrepreneurship, di ba? How do you balance naman business productivity with making a positive impact? Kasi, syempre, you're not only pay active, that's not the person that yun na yung kabuuan mo, di ba? Miss Universe question, how do you balance yung productivity mo sa office with your other social entrepreneurial activities?
Oh, that's a good question. Right now, Shodet, I don't do any social entrepreneurship at the moment, but I'm still very, very passionate about it. So I think the most thing that I do right now is I mentor mga aspiring entrepreneurs, particularly in the go negosyo space. I am a mentor there hanggang ngayon.
Wow.
So when they are here I'm based in Pampanga, by the way. So when they're here in Pampanga, I volunteer and share my experiences. It's like a coaching sessions with aspiring entrepreneurs or existing entrepreneurs on how they can, handle their business, how they can expand, or how they can start their own business. So far, nandun ako sa space na yon, mentoring and coaching aspiring and existing entrepreneurs. But, I am still hoping that one day I could launch again my own app.
Nice.
Yun.
Ito na.
Actually, meron tayo
Hopefully,
yan.
Sali tayo dyan.
Of course.
Apps na rin ako
Yes.
Definitely.
Actually, may ginagawa kami ni Adrian na app ngayon, pero soon. Yun.
So, sorry I'm hogging the question pero sobrang interested ako kay Adrian as a parang napaka-remarkable ng niya character niya. So I'm sure all of us have experienced this kasi I guess syempre high level kayo na performers. Pero how do you deal with burnout? I'm sure I'm not gonna ask na have you ever experienced burnout kasi sigurado yan lahat tayo. Pero how do you recover or how do you bounce back and then go back up to yung high performance na ginagawa mo? Kasi I assume na high performance kasi bro, dami. Homeschooling pa lang, dun pa lang. So wala pa yung office dun, wala pa yung ano. How do you bounce back or how do you recover?
Nako, I'm guilty of this, honestly.
Stress eating.
Guilty on bouncing back. But I think being intentional on really taking the time to have rest and some quality time with yourself I do meditate in the morning show then. And yung early morning session, especially, um, I love sunrise, by the way. So
Wow.
that keeps me sane when I see sunlight and all
I think
that.
scientifically, ano yan eh.
Vitamin D yun eh.
Sinasabi yan ni
Exactly.
Huberman Lab eh. Yung
Yeah.
sunlight to your eyes. No.
Sun and then sunrise, specifically sunrise, because parang ang effect sa akin, I know sunrise and sunset, they have their own, like, they have their own ganda, no?
Mm.
Pero for me, I appreciate sunrise just because it helps you to start your day, like, with all that positivity and all that energy. So if I'm feeling burned out, I need to go and see the sunrise. That's what I do.
Wow, ano, romantic na. Parang pay love yung dating na. Pero alam ko na ito kayo yung regalo kay Adrian pag nagkita kami.
Ano yan? Ano?
Sunrise towel.
Joke.
May nakapasok ng joke yan. No?
But I think it's very important to be intentional, to have really rest and to take some breaks. Kasi if you're super workaholic and you're focused on extinguishing all these battles, all these fires in the office, mababurnout ka talaga. Mababurnout.
Yun nga to kayo eh. Kasi ako din, may mga ganun ako kasi syempre may mga goals tayo eh. Pero, how do you know kung enough na yung rest mo?
Rest mo. I think, hindi mo malalaman yan until pagising mo sa umaga.
Wala ka ng trabaho. Nag-joke
Wala
na.
ka sweldo. Yeah, even sa mga decision making at times, indecision is a decision, di ba? Na, hindi mo alam, magugulat ka na lang pagising mo sa umaga, may decision ka na.
Di ba pagka naka-rest ka ng maayos,
Exactly.
may dumarating na creativity na parang ginawa mo siya because you were away. Parang you took away yung current stress, nilipat mo. May mga studies ng ganyan eh. Sa Japan, I think it was done in Japan kasi marami silang mga forest doon. Hindi ko lang, mahilig ako sa mga ganyang mga weird trivia pero hindi ko ma-cite kaagad on a call. Pero, ang ginawa nila, they compared parang walking through yung may mga nakakakita ka ng mga puno and then may araw nga. So, yun daw yung the best para makapag-relax yung isip mo to be enough, parang to be creative enough ulit. Kasi usually, nagiging ka dun nagkaka-blinders ka dun sa problem na current mo.
Yeah.
Hindi ka makatingin outside of the elephant. Ay parang, di ba yung, ano yun? Kasabihan?
Yung parang, yung sa kabayo, yung gano'n?
Kabayo or elephant. Kasi merong mga tao na nakatingin lang sa
You
problem.
cannot see the bigger picture because
yun.
hyper-focused. Yeah, handling all this, you're in the front line, so it's hard for you to see the bigger picture. So if you medyo layo-layo ka ng konti to really understand what's going on, and just like what you said, if you have that feeling that parang okay, clear na yung mind ko, now I can think and make decisions, more sound decisions because you're well rested and you were able to.
Actually, kahapon lang, yesterday, this is a true story of my yesterday.
Yeah.
Meron akong big decision that I need to make. And I've been, thinking about it for the past 2-3 weeks already. And I decided yesterday morning when I woke up na siguro it's about time now to really
pull the trigger na.
Pull the trigger. So what I did, kinancel ko lahat ng mga meetings ko, lahat ng mga tasks ko, tapos nag-drive ako sa Manila.
Umikot ka lang.
Yeah, tinake ko na rin yung opportunity na i-meet yung daughter ko for lunch, no? Kasi minsan pag nagda-drive ka, para siyang meditation na rin di ba?
Yeah.
Okay yun
like that. So, yun, ending, wala pa rin decision. Hindi, joke lang. Hindi, meron ng decision, yun. So, and yung decision process din nga, talagang you have to take all the sabi mo nga moving parts, all the variables and factors, do yung cost and benefit analysis.
Oh, grabe. May ganun pa. Habang nide-drive ka niyan.
Oo, sa utak ko.
Grabe.
Kinakausap mo yung sarili mo, okay, pros and cons.
Oo.
Anong mas mahaba dito? Pros or cons?
Correct. Alam mo yung mga AI tool, pwede rin makatulong eh. Bibigay mo lang sa kanya yung mga variables, tapos
Oo nga. Yung ginagamit ko ngayon eh.
magbibigay din siya ng advice.
Yung mga pros and cons din.
Even the rationale behind that advice, binibigay din niya. No? Yun.
You just need to make talagang i-input mo lahat ng information para makakuha ka ng very sensible response from AI, right?
Yeah,
Or you can even ask AI kung ano ba yung mga tanong na gusto mong itanong sa akin. So you can come up with...
Yan yung ginagawa ko din, bro eh.
Yes.
Medyo masakit nga lang. Yung sagot niya.
Sakit yung tanong.
Kasi parang kinukutkot niya yung mga talagang hindi ka comfortable na eh.
Pero parang therapist na rin at times, right?
Medyo.
Correct.
May pagka-therapist na rin eh.
Speaking of therapist, at saka wellness, kasi therapy na rin yun, di ba? As a person or as an advocate of financial literacy, di ba sabi mo niya, it's inclusion. Ito parang Miss Universe question na dito.
Go.
How does financial well-being impact an individual's overall productivity and performance at work? Di ba?
Pang miss you.
In other words, pag wala kang pera, paano ka magpo-produce?
Oo, di ba?
Yeah. I think that's a very, very beautiful question. And
Miss Universe
Pay Active answers that so well. Kasi that's really the advocacy of Pay Active show then. To ensure that the employees are productive. And if they are productive, they are happy. Ibig sabihin, happy sila kaya sila productive. And paano sila magiging happy? They have access to their money. Essentially,
sa bagay, yun talaga eh.
I mean, essentially show
them.
Wala silang
stress dun sa
Diba? The money that you've already worked for today, nagtrabaho ka today, that's already your money. Right? It's just so happened that it's stuck there in the system of payroll. Right? Na hindi natin makuha yung pera natin. Pero in reality, may pera tayo. May pera tayong pangbayad for the bills that will arrive today. It's only Feb 7. Hindi pa 15 ngayon. Wala tayong pambayad ng bills dapat today. Dapat sa 15
pa na. Uutang ka para...
yun yung style, di ba? Pero yung utang, may patong.
Exactly.
Yun na nga.
Di ba yung mga kumukuha ng ATM? Ano ba tawag sa mga ganun?
Hindi ko alam, bro.
Basta
alam ko yan na kinukuha na nila parang hostage na yung ATM mo.
Yes. So, tapos para sila yung mag-withdraw pag payroll na.
Grabe na, parang napaka-depressing siguro nun.
Oo naman.
It is. We've encountered a lot, especially yung mga per hour na workers. Ang tawag doon is Sanla ATM. Nakansanla yung ATM.
Sanla, oo.
Sanla ATM. Oo nga, yun na nga yung term actually, Sanla ATM. Ikaw, Tokay, what's your question for Adrian? Parang I was hogging all of the questions kanina.
Okay lang. So, I'm just curious, no? Nabanggit mo kasi kanina bucket list, no? So, in a way, meron kang parang long-term goals, no? So, if you can share some excerpts of that, or, ano ba yung method na ginagawa mo naman pagdating dun sa achieving your long-term plans or goals, if there's any lang naman.
Yeah, kasi when you set long-term goals, parang ang hirap i-imagine it, doing it or incorporating it in your daily task, right? So for me, what works is yung long-term goal ko, I break it into really simple
chunks
and smaller tasks. And I've learned this long time ago. I'm sure you've heard about this, setting the SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So when all of these parameters are clear, you know exactly what you want, you can track it. Parang 50% of your problem is already solved when you know what you want and what goals you
Correct,
want to
correct.
set for yourself.
Mm.
And right now, one principle also that I enjoy doing, and I
Mm.
would I would want to share this with you guys, is the 1% improvement principle. For me,
Mm,
that's
Atomic Habits, James
Mm.
Clear.
Correct,
super
correct. Oh.
important. Parang at the end of the day, every day, you just aim for 1% to be better at doing
Mm.
something, whatever it is. Whether it's improving your skill at
Right.
work or personal things that you want to improve on. That idea might be super small, pero
Mm.
if you're consistent with your efforts over time, it's gonna be big. It's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be big.
Mm.
And then by when you do these little things every day,
Right.
imagine mo kung ano yan in a year's time.
Mm. Mm.
And yung
Yeah.
1% na yun, I don't think it will overwhelm you. It's not overwhelming, right?
Yeah, it's
Then,
just 1%.
okay, okay, let's change everything that I want to do for today.
Mm.
Ang hirap,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So, but if your goal is to just achieve 1% to be better every day, that's
So I
amazing.
assume that's part of your nasa checklist mo.
Ano yung wina 1% mo every day, Adrian?
Yun. That's a good question.
Yun yung next question no?
Oo.
Sobra naman.
Oo.
No, personally, I want, there are a lot of goals, right? But for me, personally, right now, I want to be 1% better for being, as a person, as a mom,
Mm.
and as a coach,
Mm.
and doing all these things. What can I do to be better? So I need to learn more. I need to improve my skills more para I can achieve better and to give more of myself to others.
Right.
And yeah, and when we do this, yung daily task that you will incorporate for your long-term goals, parang achievable na siya kasi parang one step at a time na lang yung ginagawa mo. You're getting closer towards your long-term goals.
Oh,
And it- and
superwoman na yan, ha? Superwoman na.
Oo, grabe.
Tapos gusto pa niyang mag-improve na mag-improve.
Grabe naman,
Lakas.
Superwoman. Superman naman kayo. I know you're also super busy.
Yeah, yeah.
Panalo nga yung niya, yung advice sa 1%. So, gusto ko siyang i-follow up ng konti pa.
Sige.
So, you mentioned 1%, diba, getting better at being a person. Is there any other parang unexpected or unconventional thing that you feel you're doing right now na inadapt mo that has dramatically improved your productivity aside from dito sa 1%?
Mhm. I think yung isang principle, favorite ko rin to, Shonen. Yung Eisenhower matrix.
Yung matrix, yeah.
Oh my, this is so hard to do at the beginning. Kasi yung thinking of, oh my, so many things on your plate, what to prioritize here. But if you learn that skill to identify what's the most important task at hand, I think 50% of your problem will also go away. And then some of the things you can just delegate. Ano ba yung task that will, really move our needle towards our bigger goals? Yun yung kailangan nating ma-identify.
Right.
And that matrix is super helpful kasi, alam mo, we have so many urgent tasks, important tasks.
Parang
not
lahat kasi urgent di ba?
Oh.
urgent.
Sa unang
what
tingin,
are
parang
you
lahat
gonna
urgent.
do? Right? So what are you gonna do? But if you identify ano yung pinaka-importanteng task doon that would benefit you, I think it will really help you. So Eisenhower matrix, that helped me so much, significantly.
Sige ko lang.
Yeah.
You mentioned kasi about delegation. Actually, na-miss ko rin na pag-usapan natin to last episode. Pero I'm just curious, Adrian, what's your process now with your team, no? Kasi sabi mo, yung mga dun sa mga kasi yung Eisenhower matrix para siyang quadrant, di ba?
Correct.
So meron dong part na
Delegate.
you have to delegate.
Yeah.
So what's your process like in terms of delegation? Meron ka ba sinusunod na sistema? Like before, we are implementing yung mga sprint planning. Madami kasing ganyang approach, no? Agile methodology, waterfall approach. So, sa'yo, how do you do it?
For me, super simple lang, sir. When it's not in my zone of genius, I'm not expert on this field, I delegate. That's one thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know they can do it more efficiently, and I know they are the expert for that specific matter. Then I let them handle it.
Kasi kung ikaw ang gagawa, magre-research ka pa mag-aaral ka pa.
Yeah, sayang yung time, right? I pass it off. Hindi ko yan.
Napapaganyan ako kasi parang gusto ko pa rin aralin kasi interesting yung...
Tsaka minsan, sabi mo urgent, di ba? Urgent, pag pinasok ko pa to lalong tatagal, di ba?
Yun lang.
Parang ganon. Pero in effect, mas, mas lalong tumatagal kasi yung ginawa mo is half-baked, di ba?
Correct. Yeah. And you're not the expert for that specific item. So just trust the team that they will handle it, that they will do their best to deliver whatever they need to do. That's one thing. And another one is pag medyo super menial or very trivial yung mga tasks, I train the team who can do it for me. Para I can focus on more important things and more important tasks that I need to do. And mas marami kaming right now kasi dahil it's just February, it's just first quarter. Ang dami pang planning actually. We're not yet done. In doing a lot of, ano bang magandang features, ano bang magandang gawin for this specific item or things like that. Hindi pa kami tapos sa ganun. So, if yung maraming mga bagay na pwede ko namang ipasa, hindi siya ganun ka-importante. Not important task. I just train the team who can do it for me.
Yeah.
Galing, no?
Yeah, kasi yung delegation and is another skill yan eh.
Isang libro na naman yan eh. Parang...
Tapos actually natatempt nga ako yung susunod na question dapat dyan is how do you handle yung mga difficult team members, di ba? Tapos papasok na yan sa culture, papasok na sa leadership. Maraming episode na to.
Mawawala na tayo sa productivity.
That's a good topic for pagbalik ni Adrian nito sa next episode. Kasi talagang like I really love the exchange of ideas here. Meron ako actually gustong itanong ng konti.
Sige lang.
Like
madami.
So, para sa iyo, Adrian, what are the biggest misconceptions that people have about productivity, especially in leadership roles?
That's a good question.
Wow.
Pinapahirapan kayo.
Pinahirapan ako ni show din.
Hindi pa lang part ko, sabi ni Edwin. Kayang sagutin yan.
Kaya.
No, I think kasi I think the misconception or the myth is that as a leader, you just focus on one simple technique or method or principle and everything will be okay. But honestly, for me, ang dami-daming productivity systems, principle out there. And what works for me might not work for Shodan or for Dennis. So wala siya talagang strict rule on following. One size fits all. Lahat mag-fit sa single mold. It's not like that. And what I learned so far is that yung napakarami nating natutunan ng mga techniques over time will be a combination of all of those things and that will work for you. So parang meron kang konting Pomodoro, may Eisenhower, may 1%, depende. And eto may natutunan nga ako na bago yung Parkinson's law. I don't know if you heard of that.
Yeah.
Hindi ko lang narinig yan.
yung Parkinson's law parang whatever task at hand.
Haba at lilit. Depende sa time na nilagay mo.
Depende sa time limit. Yung pala, you can accomplish it in 30 minutes lang, diba? When you give yourself a specific time, okay, I'm gonna finish this task in 25 minutes. Make it or break it. Kaya mo palang gawin yun. Kaya mong gawin yun. So that's the new thing I've learned. So I'm incorporating that.
Actually, pinapractice ko na yan. Hindi ko lang alam na ang tawag pala dyan is Parkinson's.
Now you know, Tukayo.
That's why sometimes we don't even know the term of this principle or system. But it's a combination of all the things that will work for us. Sa dami ng mga nabasa nating books or na-process natin na content, then we can incorporate all of these things. And over time, a combination of this system, yun yung mag-work sa'yo. Siguro yung Pareto principle, I don't know, will work. I don't know if it will work for me or that works for you. Diba? Pero yeah, a
try ko
combination.
siyang ipa-work para sa akin eh. Hindi ko lang, medyo nag-struggle pa ako i-identify talaga yung mga nagmo-move ng
Yung 20%,
needle,
right?
yung 20%. Pero, parang getting there naman.
At saka it depends on the scenario di ba? There are scenarios na applicable yung Pareto principle. There are scenarios na, yun nga, iba-iba. Even yung leadership na banggit natin sa leadership, maraming styles ng leadership di ba? But those style, hindi siya applicable to all types of people. Diba?
Yep.
So, kanya-kanya din na mag-a-adjust ka rin as a leader, depende dun sa personality ng kausap mo, di ba? Or nung tao mo. So, I think that's one trait that you should have as a leader. Yung being, like you said nga kanina, being flexible on these things, no? Meron kang open mind when it comes to everything. Kasi yung iba, pag natutunan niya isang principle, ito na, gagawin ko, strictly.
Oo.
Di ba? So,
Diretso na burnout.
diretso na burnout, di ba? And at times din, pag hindi mo nagagawa, parang na-frustrate ka.
You're frustrated, yeah. So, I think huwag kang ma-obsess dun sa system itself, but adopt different principles and stay, and the goal of this podcast is to stay productive, right? That will help you to stay productive. So you can actually mix and match kung ano man yung mag-work sa'yo para magkaroon ka talaga ng structure. Kasi it's a combination of everything that will work for you. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Sakto pala to kayo kasi alam mo ba, Adrian, yung sinusulat niyang libro about productivity. May may segue to si Tokayo eh. Segue mo na.
So, pinag-uusapan natin yung mga productivity systems, di ba? And the idea here is that yung productivity system kasi of one person can be applicable to one person but can not be applicable to another person. So it depends on your personality, diba? So there are what you call parang big 5 personality traits that I heard from Jordan Peterson. And then from there naisip ko nga pag ganito yung personality mo, for example, you're an extrovert, diba? Mahirap kang bigyan ng productivity system na pang introvert. Ang bagay sa iyo is yung collaboration, 'di ba? Something like that. So that's the idea. So I'm currently writing it together with my story. Paano ako nag-evolve as a productive person based on my personality, parang gano'n. So that's hopefully coming soon.
Excited na kami diyan, Tokayo.
Excited.
5 seconds ako doon minsan eh.
Nice.
Tinatamad ako magsulat. 5.
Gusto ko yung parang parang tumitingin ka sa kamay mo. Okay yan
Oo.
Saan ko yung pwede lagay sa akin para kitang-kita ko lagi?
Correct.
Diba?
Pero ako, question lang. I don't know kung na-encounter niyo to, no? So, syempre, you have this like, nung bata tayo parang meron tayong notion na or may manarinig tayo na, I'm trying to find myself, diba? Pero as you grow older, nakikilala mo na yung sarili mo, nagkakaroon ka na ng desisyon na ito yung gusto mo talagang gawin, di ba? So, now you set a lot of things on your plate based on that decision.
Yeah.
But while you are doing it, real talk, on a day-to-day basis, napapaisip ka, di ba? Ito ba talaga yung gusto kong gawin?
Oo.
Di ba? Or something like that. So, we have 10 things, lagi ka napapaisip bawat isang bagay doon.
May fatigue ka din doon eh.
Itutuloy ko ba to or hindi? Pero on the higher level, based on my values and my decision, ito talaga yung dapat kong gawin. Diba? So, question lang. Number 1, first question is, na-encounter nyo ba yon? If yes, how do you manage that kind of, I think it's an emotion eh. Diba?
Miss Universe question na naman yun
Yeah.
para kay Adrian, bro.
For you to answer daw.
Ikaw muna, ma'am. Anong sagot mo doon?
Ako, definitely yes.
Okay.
Na-encounter ko din yan, no? So, I think, at the end of the day, you will go back to your why.
Mm.
At the end of the day, why are you doing this? Why are you doing it?
Right,
Who
right.
is it for? Diba? At the end of the day, of course, it's okay to question. Ano yan eh, parang self-reflection and self-examination, which is good. Which is good. Pero when you are in that situation and you're questioning yourself, hindi nga yun masama eh, mabuti nga yun eh.
Yeah, yeah.
Para you can go back to remind yourself na, oh, this is why I'm doing this.
Mm.
Ginagawa ko to dahil gusto kong maging I wanna be better.
Right.
I want
right.
I want to do more. I wanna be productive.
May nanalo na ng Miss Universe.
May nanalo
Palakpakan natin. Lagyan mo ng sound na, Woo! Hindi.
Ikaw to kayo.
Yung why mo, pag why mo ay clear.
Yun nga eh, kasi
Klaro, crystal clear to.
ako siguro,
Diba?
within our group, parang ako siguro yung hindi pa masyado nandun sa actualization na part.
Of, of what?
Kasi yung, right now kasi, if I'm being honest, meron akong goals for business, pero medyo business lang siya eh. Hindi siya parang,
Hindi talaga siya passion.
hindi siya sobrang lalim na gusto kong, well, meron kaming freelancing advocacy na yun.
Right.
Pero, medyo malalim pala yun. Pero kumbaga, yun kasi, it was championed by my friend. Tapos, it so happened lang na nag-align kasi sa akin kasi dati nagtuturo na talaga kami ng ganun dun sa isa pang business. So, it so happened lang na sakto siya dun sa ganun din yung thinking ko. Sabi ko, hindi ko na papahirapan sarili ko, magtutulong na lang ako dito. Parang ganun. Pero wala akong parang overarching na parang main character na ano yun, na binibuild na story pa.
So if I get it right, you're still on that stage of trying to look for that one thing. Parang gano'n.
O wala pa, yung J. Papasan yan yung libro na The One Thing eh. Pero,
Or why Simon Sinek.
oo,
Yeah. Oo.
yung why din. Pero so, hopefully papunta naman doon. I think kakahangout sa mga ganitong crowd, mangyayari yan.
Yeah, like-minded people. No?
Yung isa na lang, parang nag-enjoy yata tayo masyado. Ano na running time natin to kayo?
Oo nga, parang mag-iisang oras na tayo.
Ito kasi gusto kong i-check kay Adrian. What is your parang mga other influences? Kasi kanina marami tayong mga shared influences. You said na you had Mel Robbins, tapos si Brian Tracy for Eat the Frog,
Simon Sinek,
si Eisenhower na general ng World War I, World War II. Pero, do you have any other medyo malalakas na mga books or podcasts or thought leaders that significantly influenced your own approach to productivity? And leadership po.
Yeah.
And leadership. Marami eh. Pero right now, balik ako ulit kay Simon Sinek. Because yun nga, ever-changing minsan yung gusto nating gawin in life. But the why should be super clear. Ngayon, I'm in that phase where I have I'm handling a lot of things, different teams, handling different projects. Minsan mapapaisip ako, is it really worth it? Is it really, am I making a difference with this entity, with this company that I'm working with right now? So yung mga ganong questions, I want to be crystal clear that yes, I'm making a significance. I'm fulfilling my why. I'm answering my why, not just sa work, but more on my personally. Personally, what's my why? Am I just a mom? Am I just a wife? Diba? What are you? Pag tinanggal mo lahat ng mga labels na to, at the end of the day, what do you really want in your life? Or what do you want to be known for? What's your legacy? Mga ganyan. I think lahat tayo, we want to understand the purpose.
Right. Pero are you there already? If you can share your why, or you're still also in the process of
Yes, I think I am there. I am there.
Okay.
Ganda.
I
Parang
am
ano.
I know. I already know. Alam ni Dennis, I am a very spiritual person.
Yes.
And a lot of my values are based on my faith. And kaya marami kaming tinanggihan ng mga projects ni Dennis is because
Yes.
I really know my foundation and I know what I want.
Yeah. Integrity yun, integrity.
Integrity. Yeah. So I know my purpose. And yun yung isa sa I would recommend to a lot of entrepreneurs and freelancers out there
Yun.
to understand why they matter, why they are doing things. Start with why. Sabi nga ni Simon
Simon
Sinek.
Sinek to nun.
Ganda yun, ganda yun.
Simon Sinek, start with that. And I think when you understand your why, eventually you'll have this motivation to be more productive, to do more, and to have that motivation to just, finish whatever task are at hand.
Totoo nga naman yan eh. It all boils down to why. No? Yun nga, even at times, even in my own experience na pag tinatamad ako bumangon sa umaga and may meeting ako sa isang client, di ba? Sasabihin ko lang, bakit nga ba ako magkikipag-meeting sa client?
Parang yung commercial ng Nescafe.
Oo, yan.
Para kanino ka bumabangon?
Exactly. So, pag naisip ko na, these are their pain points, I should be there so I can help them dun sa pain points nila and solve their problems. Then, napapabangon ako ngayon. Nagtitimpla na ako ng Nescafe.
Yeah. Nescafe, baka naman. Joke lang. Ayun, so, sobrang thankful ako na I'm actually getting a lot of the new lessons from here pa rin kasi yun nga, I'm on a quest to also learn about myself more. Meron, gusto ko lang malaman kung ano pa yung iba pang advocacies ni Adrian. Like, you mentioned that you do have a lot of advocacies surrounding dun sa financial wellness. Is there anything that you would like to mention right now that you would actively like to share with people para, I don't know, baka may listener na also interested pala sa ginagawa mo or gusto mong gawin?
Or baka may gusto ka i-promote. Yan, pwede rin.
Oh, nice. Sure. Actually, I am contemplating on pursuing and helping moms who are homeschooling their children. So isa yan sa dinedevelop at ginagawa ko ngayon. I'm creating contents for them. Kasi when I first started doing homeschooling, medyo overwhelming siya. Maraming iyakan talaga. So, and I just wanna create that content for them para magkaroon sila ng starting journey. Of course, it's gonna be hard. Sa umpisa, hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin mo. Tama ba yung tinuturo ko sa anak ko? Kulang kaya? Baka hindi maging socially independent or maging social person yung anak ko. Ganyan yung mismo, no? So, yung mga myths, I wanna help them to bust it. I want to help them to be confident in their homeschooling journey. Kasi marami siyang benefits actually. Before pandemic, hindi ko maisip yung sarili ko na magiging homeschool mom. It's so weird. But right now, parang hindi ko na maisip yung sarili kong ibabalik ko yung mga anak ko sa school. So I want to create that content for them. That's one of the advocacy that I want to do this year, hopefully. And I wanna imitate Dennis and show them to create more contents like this.
Sakto, marunong tayo gumawa ng content.
Yeah. Tsaka yung ating ibinubuong tawag dito, coaching programs.
Coaching
here in
program.
the playground.
Yes.
Talagang si Adrian is one of the candidates natin for the coach.
Nice. Oo nga, parang kita ko na yung vibe ni Adrian eh.
Oo.
Parang ka-coach yung
Coach. No, I just really wanna share kasi marami na tayong na-experience na different industries, businesses, yung mga good practices na hindi na nila, yung mga bagay na hindi na kailangang pagdaanan ng isang new entrepreneur starting their business. No, we can share yung mga ganong klaseng information and learnings para hindi na nila pagdaanan yung mga masasakit at mahal na tuition fee.
No, mahal yung mga tuition fee, ano?
Mahal yung tuition fee ng mga ganyan. No? We can just share those learnings with them.
Ako naman yan, na-experience ko first hand working with Adrian, yun nga, yung sa project namin sa Megapay and even before that. And I'm thankful kasi yung experiences na yon, parang marami rin ako natutunan sa kanya, no.
Galing.
Yeah. And we co-manage kasi a team of mga developers, no. Even sa sales and marketing, no. So sa sales, by the way, I mean, Adrian before managed a team of how many sa Mega before?
Mega?
500?
Oo, ganyan.
Ganun
Grabe.
Dami naming tindahan noon time na yun. Yeah, a lot.
So, we are super privileged, no? Kasi ang dami mo na share na insights here dito sa ating platform.
Grabe. Thank you so much, Adrian, for your time. Last question to kayo.
Sige, go.
Or gusto mo pa ng question, Adrian? Ang last question ko, if you could go back in time and give your younger self one piece of productivity or leadership advice, what would it be?
Yun.
Wow naman. Grabe ang question.
Akala ko ba nanalo na ng Miss Universe?
Hindi, kasi panalo. Ito kayo parang can't get enough tayo dito sa mga sagot ni Adrian.
Grabe. But yeah, thank you for this privilege again, and thank you for inviting me, no. Ang saya, Shodan and Dennis. And share ko lang din ng konti, no. I learn a lot kay Dennis. Sobrang dami ko natutunan in terms. I'm not a technology person, but he helped me a lot to understand yung mga things about technology. That's why na-appreciate ko to work.
Naiiyak na ako.
Ako din actually. Kaya ako nandito kasi gusto ko lang tumambay kasama to Pero may matutunan ako
May matutunan, okay. Yeah, so to answer your question, to give my younger self, kasi nung bata ako, Shodan, I think I would usually rely on my mind. Like, gagawin ko to, gagawin ko yan. I don't usually make a list, no. But I think right now, I would advise her, my younger self, to schedule everything that matters. Promise. It sounds so simple, no? Parang ano ba yan? Ang simple naman ng advice ni Adrian sa younger self niya. But for me, at this age, it's a game changer. Kasi if we can just, parang we will just rely everything in our head and wala sa calendar. Yun nga. Like, yung sinabi ko kanina, it's not gonna happen. If it's not in the calendar, it's not on my calendar, it's not gonna happen. So, ngayon, I schedule everything. Like my work, my family time, exercise. I'm learning how to play tennis. And learning something new. Nagte-tennis na ako. So, I do that. I put that everything in the calendar. But it doesn't mean, Shodan and Dennis, that I'm planning out every tiny task. Yung parang nitty-gritty, hindi naman ganon, no? That doesn't work for me. It might work for someone, but it doesn't work for me. Ang importante sa akin is ensuring that all the big things that matter, they get the time that they deserve. So yun yung important for me, is to find yung method that would help me to stay focused and organized. Correct. Yun nga. Medyo maraming experimentation, no, na gagawin yung mga listeners natin, entrepreneurs and freelancers. But at the end of the day, find something that is useful for you. Yung favorite ko na quote about this, no, favorite din to ng daughter ko. Sabi ni Benjamin Franklin, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Very simple, right? Very, very simple quote. But it will always remind us that a little planning goes a long way. So whatever it is, work, family, you care for yourself, put it in the calendar. And
meron na tayong pang pre-roll dito sa episode, no?
Oo.
Yun na yung pre-roll natin, yung quote niya. ni
Ay, ganon?
Benjamin Franklin.
Oo. Sakto.
Yun.
Sakto. Ayan, okay.
Kumbaga sa shoot is money shot. Yun ang money shot natin.
Oo, grabe. So, ako to kayo, ang dami kong takeaways today. Thank you so much, Adrian, for your time. Ako, nakita ko ngayon yung ano niya, like, how, yung, madami. There's so many things about her actually.
Yeah.
Pinasummarize ko na kasi kagad yung mga sagot niya sa AI. Kaya,
Wow.
meron na tayong babasahin mamaya dun
Correct.
sa...
May knowledge base na tayo.
meron tayong babasahin dun sa actual description ng episode na to.
Nice.
That's
Pero, personally, kung just by listening to her, talagang ang napulot ko dito yung highest was, yun nga yung if you failed to prepare, or if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. That's the
Yes.
biggest one. And then, yung 1% better every day. And then, schedule everything that matters. So, I think those are one of the biggest things that
The highlights.
probably propelled her din sa the way she makes her decisions, the way she manages her team, and the way she approaches productivity. So, yun, ikaw to kaya. Anything
Yes.
else that you want to add?
Ako, takeaway ko dyan is yung time block of kasi yung pag meron akong major decision making minsan hindi ko siya ginalagyan ng oras para i-analyze. Minsan ina-analyze ko lang siya passively, if you know what I mean, when I'm doing chores or minsan I'm working out, doon ko ina-analyze yung decision, pero hindi ako umuupo para i-analyze. Madalang. Pero yung sabi mo kanina is start pa lang ng ng episode is that the first thing that you do yung the hardest, di ba?
Eat
And
the frog.
the big decisions. So that's one of my, if not the biggest takeaway here. So again, thank you so much, Adrian.
I enjoyed it so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Ayan.
So I hope this is not the last.
Yeah.
So guys, you have been listening to the Digital Transformation Academy podcast, and this has been our guest, Adrian Sapanta. Thank you so much, guys, and we will see you in the next
See you.
episode.
Bye.